All right, we're back for our second match of the week here. In week one, we got Lucas M, who is doing pretty well. He's at 3-1 up against Parker D, who's also at 3-1. So, uh, looks like we're gonna get a mulligan here for Lucas. Unfortunately, what's Parker looking at?
3 islands, a forest, a penguin, a band of detachments, and then a flopsy. He'll keep it.
Okay. Yeah, it looks like we got
So,
a Grixis deck here. I see red, I see black, I see blue.
yeah, Simic over here so far on Parker's end,
Okay.
but I don't know if that hybrid on the band of detachments is indicative of red or if that's just hybrid mana.
Yeah. So, yeah, Lucas is deciding whether to bottom his black 2-drop that he can't cast or his blue 7-drop that it might be a minute before he casts with only 2 lands in hand.
Yeah, I think in the grand scheme of things, probably more likely to draw something for the 7 drop, but
Yeah, so starts off with a rare here. I mean, most of the time it's just going to act like a 2-2 with firebending, but if the game goes long, it may be able to make you some extra mana or capture
yeah, I
some
mean,
extra triggers.
most of the time you're not unhappy to play a 2/2 firebending one, so
Yeah.
nothing wrong with that.
And he's got a Borcupine. He's got a Ty Lee, the red one. Um,
Any
yeah.
tricks in hand, or
No, he's got a Day of the Black Sun, which he is very far from casting. He's got I believe this on the bonus sheet, the Agent of Treachery. It's one you don't
oh
see every
wow,
day.
that is that's a
uh,
hell of a card.
that's something. It's a 7
So
drop, but
Parker did draw a firebending lesson, so he is in red as well, and he also drew a forest and a koi. So
I guess the cute thing to
not.
do if you were in white would be to airbend your Agent of Treachery.
Oh jeez.
But he's not playing
Now
white.
to be fair,
So.
if that was me, I'd be gunning for that so hard.
I mean, first things first, he has to cast it.
hmm So the bandit attachments unfortunately did not find a mountain,
No, okay.
and he is still trying because now he has a suplex in hand as well.
Oh,
So
that's a good one.
good removal coming
Yeah,
down the
can't
pipe
cast it.
if he can just cast it.
So Lucas now has to choose whether he wants to cast a Porcupine or whether he wants to cycle his Mongoose to get another mountain, so he can maybe cast some other spells. Actually, he doesn't have to choose because he can cycle using his Firebend mana. No, don't. Yeah, 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 yeah. There you go. So
I've noticed how
thanks to
with
Firebending, he doesn't have to
firebending
choose.
they don't they very I don't know if it always worked this way if you had floating mana or if they programmed it this way, but it after combat it doesn't skip right to second main. It gives a little window
Well, they
for
definitely
spending that
they
mana.
definitely programmed it because normally you lose your mana at every step of combat. Your mana resets, so they had to program
Oh,
this specifically,
right.
and they
Because
worded it.
firebending specifically states
Yeah,
it's until end of combat.
right. So we too have a hand of cards we cannot cast, but a bit better of a board presence here.
Right, and now that firebender's ascension is gonna
Yeah,
stack all the way up, which is not a huge deal, it
yeah.
seems,
I
but
I found some interesting things to do with firebending mana, other than cracking clues and casting and activating abilities. Uh,
oh yeah,
yeah, there's
it's a
little
very
things you can
A
do.
plus B mechanic, but the nice thing is that B is like half the stuff in the set, so
I mean,
you have nine
what
ways
was
to.
it? I traded off my Merchant of Many Hats and then got it back with using 2 firebending mana and 1 swamp.
I
So
like that.
it's yeah, there's things you could do with it. It's fun, and this Firebender Ascension is starting to go off here.
Yeah, complete lack of red is really and lack of cards to cast, and that
Yeah,
is not going to help. He drew an island, so
yeah. So we're just yeah, one person casts 4 spells, the other person casts 2. I mean, you could do the math. Doesn't
yeah,
doesn't
just kind
work
of a
out.
bad beat for Parker there. Just
Yeah.
didn't draw a single helpful thing that whole time.
I
So
mean, Lucas's hand was not particularly good, but it was better than Parker's, and that's all that really mattered there. So blue
unfortunately,
is
the one penguin.
yeah. So blue is like his quote unquote splash here, even though he has the Agent of Treachery. He's just got, I think, 4 blue cards in the deck. So, uh,
Yeah, Parker looks pretty well balanced
okay.
between the teamer colors, it seems.
Okay. Yeah, it's a black red base here with, as I said, a small amount of blue cards here just to supplement.
It was a Ren and Shaw for Parker, so
Looks like he's thinking about bringing in the Scornful Striker. That's the rare one that punishes players for casting non-creatures. I'm not sure what he saw that made him want that, but
yeah, I can't really imagine like if I'm Finley and I'm won the first game and I'm mostly happy, or if I'm Lucas, sorry,
yeah,
and I won the first game and I didn't really see anything from my opponent, what kind of decisions I would make, but
look,
maybe he's experimenting.
he's been doing pretty good the last several leagues. He's made the top, we'll say 16 or whatever we're calling it now. He's got three appearances in mega drafts in the past year since he joined the server. So uh, I'm sure whatever reason he has, it is extremely correct. He probably knows his
Absolutely.
deck. He may have looked at his opponent's deck beforehand and noted that this was particularly good against them. So we'll see if it comes up here in this game. Uh, looks like Parker's taking a mulligan. Yeah, it's just hard with these mana
Yes,
bases
indeed.
in week one. It's rough if you don't have enough fixing to just play like
Yeah,
quote
and it
unquote
can be very
straight
hit or
three
miss.
color.
Some people just get dealt dual lands that they need. Some people do not. And if you're in green, there is some fixing in green, but not as much as you'd like.
Yeah, I mean, like for me, I see this set as an opportunity to just play a 2 color deck right off the bat if I can.
That's pretty much where I ended up. I'm very
And
heavily into mirror with like a tiny bit of green.
yeah, I mean, I'll say if I had things worth splashing for, I would do it. But to play 3 colors just to play it, just to play the 3 colors is, I try and be a bit more focused with
Yeah,
my mana
I imagine
allocation.
if you're in 3 colors, hopefully you either have great, very seamless fixing or you have bombs that
Yeah,
justify it.
exactly. That's so. What's the status of Parker's hand here aside from the
So
fortune
he's got
cookie?
the boomerang basics, the bounce
Okay,
spell, and other banded attachments, and a mechanist. So
all right.
with this hand, that's pretty solid.
Yeah, we are without lands over here. So we got a swamp and a
Yeah.
mountain in play. We got 3 more red cards in hand and 2 blue cards that can't be cast. So again, the mana base perils kind of continue here.
Yeah, I mean, it certainly seems like Lucas can press the issue a bit, but with this mechanist coming down,
Yeah,
uh, Parker can definitely get back in the game.
yeah. There's not much he can do here. Just recast his 2 drop. Hope for the best. All right, looks like he's going to play the Mai instead, the one that he sided in here.
Understandable. Understandable. Lots of non-creatures coming out for Parker, which is definitely going to brutalize Parker's
Oh, that's
life
a good one.
total.
Oh, that's really good with the with the mechanist.
No kidding.
Just reward you for non-creatures if you're able to. Oh, there goes the third. I mean, he's taking 4 damage to do this, but he's gonna get extra clues here.
Hmm. Now he's got a blocker, a good blocker for Mai, so
Yeah, so let's see if Parker can make use of this extra mana and extra cards, while Lucas just is absolutely stuck here. So the
hopefully.
only thing limiting Parker is that life total of his. So I think he's just doing this for the clue.
Yeah, and I think it's fair to block here. I mean, I don't think Parker can spare even a single point of life at
Yeah,
this point.
like he could have replayed his Mai, the one that got bounced, the red one. But having 2 Mai's in play would just be too confusing. So
Hmm.
we'll get the clue
Yeah.
instead.
Thank you, Lucas, for your consideration.
All right, no land here. So I mean, he's still at 19, but the attacks are going to start pretty soon here.
Oh, and a very well timed Rocky Rebuke coming out for
Yeah, so 2 more damage,
Parker.
but he's going to get attacked for 7 here. Sack a clue. Yeah, yeah. The Mechanist can get the game done pretty fast with that activated ability.
It is just such an engine on both offense and defense, I found.
Yeah, this third mana doesn't really unlock a world of opportunities here for Lucas. He can cast a 2/1 that makes a 1/1. That's uh, that's his best bet here.
And there is a suplex in hand for Parker now. So
Yeah,
alongside the 4 mana 4/3 green that can only be blocked by larger creatures.
I mean he's gonna attack. He says I can get my opponent to 7. I mean maybe there's some combination of things. I mean he has How to Start a Riot and Twin Blades in hand. Both of those can produce surprise damage. So if he survives, he's the thought process is try and get some surprise damage in here before he before his life total goes away. But
Yeah, I mean Parker's going to lean on that Foggy Swamp Vinebender to be his line of defense.
yeah,
But I think that's fair. With the Mechanist, he has a lot of ways to get damage through. Well, one way to get damage through
he's
repeatedly.
he's going for the chump block here. Yeah, not it's not too much here for Lucas. I think maybe he's trying to steal a win over 2 turns here, but he doesn't. He's just gonna get attacked for lethal next turn if he tries that. So not too many options here. We might be getting a game 3 shortly. Very going to be next to impossible to deal 7 damage.
Well, I say those Mize make sense in retrospect since Parker seems to have a fairly non-creature heavy deck.
Yeah, like I said, he may have taken a look at the deck list beforehand and identified, just by seeing the planisphere and the mechanist, that's a good tell of what the opponent may be up
Hmm.
to.
Yeah, and I definitely think Parker's deck seems to be a little slower overall. So if Lucas can really press the issue, some nice red-black aggression.
Yeah, so he's
Oh, and here
gonna.
comes a lightning strike for Parker. So looks like he's gonna choose to get that Mai out of the way. Although I wonder,
Yeah, he's just gonna attack him down to.
yeah, couldn't quite get it that
Yeah, he's
turn,
gonna
but
attack him down to 2, and the lightning strike will do the rest as well. I mean, as well as the creatures on board. But
hmm.
all right, so off we go to the next game. Just unable to cast spells here, similar
That
to
is
Parker's
usually
spot in the first game.
usually in Magic the Gathering we're trying to cast spells, so that is unfortunate.
Well, I don't know. I saw Standstill was on the bonus sheet. That card just tells you not to cast spells. So
That's true. You don't always have to cast spells. In fact, I don't have anything clever to follow that up
yeah,
with. But imagine if I did.
haven't seen that one in action yet, but I can't imagine it's a very pleasant
No.
play.
I think mercifully the bonus sheet is a lot rarer than it was in Final Fantasy.
Yeah, the Final Fantasy one showed up quite a bit more. I don't think it was one per pack, but it was enough that you saw a lot of those cards over and over in drafts.
It was a very real part of the format.
Yeah, here it's just doesn't seem to be showing up very often. Though I did get a prosperity in my league pool.
Oh, that's fun.
X and a blue. Each player draws X cards. Just so simple. Four
What kind of deck are
words.
you running? Is that the sort of card that you could fit into a deck you're running, or?
I'm not giving my opponents cards, even if I was playing blue.
That's what I figured. I figured you'd play that maybe in a super low to the ground, like cheap refill, and then you hope to kill them very soon after.
Yeah, I just can't see putting it in a deck under almost any circumstance. I don't even know what kind of thing I would have to see to even think about sideboarding it in if I was in blue.
You rip open packs of Aether Drift until you get Aether Siphon, and then you can mill your opponent.
Hmm. All right, I'll think about it.
I love Aether Siphon. It's one of my favorite draft cards.
What about a River Turn Monument? Can we do that too?
A
All right, so another mulligan here uh, for Parker. What's he working with now?
um, two mountains, two forests, an island, a giant koi, and a suplex.
Okay,
So
so
I suppose he's hoping to draw some good stuff. The suplex
so
will take care of the Mai,
so he's
which is
just got the
nice.
fish then as his only.
And he just drew an Origin of Bending, which is
Okay,
not going to do much unless maybe Lukas will play a Trebuchet.
yeah. So Lucas has got a pretty okay hand here. He's got a Twin Blades to potentially deal a bunch of damage. He's got How to Start a Riot. He's got Cruel Administrator, which is the Rakdos 5-drop uncommon.
Oh yeah,
That one,
I would say Parker needs some good draws to get out of this
and
because
he's got a Day of the Black Sun in case things go south here. So I think uh, Lucas maybe checking Parker's list to see if there's some reason why he can't attack, like something that might eat his creature here. I think that's what he might have been thinking about what could get him here.
unfortunately for Lukas, no such thing exists. Parker's really just at the mercy of his draws now.
I feel like it's tempting to play the Twin Blades there to get 8 damage in, but he resists the urge.
Well, an Iroh's demonstration will help
Yeah, have you played a lot with or against the Twin Blades?
a little bit.
Okay.
I'm still not sure on them. It
Yeah.
feels like a lot, especially since they just become a short sword after the fact, but they can be really nasty.
Yeah, it's not the kind of card I like. I am playing it for the first time in a draft deck that I drafted earlier today. It's like a red blue sort of low to the ground aggro-ish spells type of thing with prowess creatures. So
I
I'm
think you
giving
could
it a
get a
shot, and it
little bit
was
of
good.
extra. You can get a little extra incidental value. It's you can cast it off firebending. You can use waterbending.
Yeah,
You can.
it very much had a big impact in the games that I've won so far. Like there's 2 games where it got in for huge amounts of damage. One's
Yeah.
lethal, and one just a huge chunk of damage that got them low. So it's just it's like any equipment doesn't do much when you don't have creatures around. But yeah, this Cruel Administrator plays close to a rare, honestly. Like 6/5 that whenever it attacks make a 2/2. Like that's well, not quite a rare, but very, very strong here.
Yeah. So Parker's gonna play out the flopsy that he drew. I guess he didn't want to play the koi, anticipating removal from Lukas.
Yeah, and this Heartless Act off the top, unfortunate here.
Not
Cannot
gonna
kill
do it.
this. Cannot get this Flopsy.
So it looks like things didn't turn out as aggressively for Lukas, which is good for Parker. So he's been able to at least draw some decent cards. He got the Planisphere in hand now.
This does seem like an attack all, and he does have the Twin Blades and the How to Start a Riot.
Yeah, I think if I was in Lucas's position,
Wait,
I would not be too
How to Start a
persuaded.
Riot. Actually, if he goes How to Start a Riot, no, he doesn't have Firebending. I was gonna say, okay, yeah, he doesn't have Firebending, but if he had an extra red mana, he could have lethaled between the How to Start a Riot to give Menace and the Twin Blades.
Hmm.
Now
Yeah,
he's
that would have been pretty
deciding,
nasty.
yeah, he's gonna use Heartless Act here basically as a just a removal spell.
That makes sense. Kind of holding on to that combo you were just talking about, which is he could get with the Firebending mana next turn, and that
Yep.
should probably seal the deal.
Yeah, unless we got an instant speed removal or something. Uh, it's gonna
I
be
mean,
it's gonna
well,
be
Origin of Metal
18.
Bending, but
The Cruel
Origin of Metal
Administrator,
Bending won't
yeah,
take away
the Cruel Administrator will be 18 damage coming in. Yeah, if it works,
yes, yes.
it'll get a +2 and a menace, and then it'll get a +1 and a double strike. So that'll just wrap things up here. Though I suspect Lucas will respect open mana and might not go for it, but on the other hand, he might.
I'd say that's Parker's only chance at this point. Because he did draw on allies at last, but you need creatures for that to be good.
Yeah, that one. So allies at last will put a counter on the planisphere on the 1/1,
Right.
and then kill off one of these other creatures. But I don't know if he's going to do that
If he
now.
had a window to get that
I mean, he might go for
koi
it here.
down.
There's not that many ways with the colors that he has for him to mess with the administrator. Yeah, I think he's just going to go for it here.
Yeah, makes sense. Definitely think he should cast the How to Start a Riot just to.
Yep, no, he's doing it. He's got the full control on just in case. But how does a green red deck at 4 mana deal with a 6/5? It's going to be pretty hard
I
here.
have an answer for you, Richard. It doesn't.
Yep. And if he goes for it, it's going to end the game. Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, he's already dead with damage on board.
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
guess so.
obviously, assuming no blocks, but
I mean, he can put his token in front of one of the non-menace creatures and then use the allies at last to take out the other. So he's just taking 8, but as we know, the Twin Blades is going to change that math drastically.
right.
So Lukas is saying, sure, you could do this. You can play a trick or something. But yeah.
Yeah, there is really nothing that
So even
could be done.
even the origin of metal bending, which gets rid of an artifact, doesn't really matter because it's
Right,
a
because
trigger.
it grants the double strike
Yeah,
until
it
end of
grants a
turn.
double
It's
strike. Yeah,
not a part of the
yeah.
artifact itself.
It's a triggered ability rather than a static keyword. So yeah, see the black red sort of aggro fire bending and a nice little combo here for 18 damage out of nowhere, and Lukas is gonna walk away with the victory on this feature match. So thanks for watching.